2 days after our 21st wedding anniversary. We were driving in the car on the way to a family member's house. I remember as we were driving, it was like time had slowed down. He just kept saying, I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea. She's lying. This is ridiculous. What are we doing? And I just kept thinking, this is a soap opera. This is a drama. What is happening? And as we got closer and closer to the house, we pulled up and there was a family member's car there. And I thought, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen when I go into this house, but I don't think it's gonna be good. I looked over at my husband of 21 years and his complete demeanor had shifted. His energy was completely different. As I walked up the steps into this house, there were 3 family members in the house. When I stood there and they told me all of the things that had been happening between my husband of 21 years and a family member in the room, time stood still. I stood in disbelief and I looked over at my husband of 21 years and he said, I did it. It's all true. After I punched him, which I don't condone or think is okay, but that is the story and I'm telling you what happened. So I punched him and I left, shattered in 1,000 pieces. I went home to my children who had already been broken by the damage of our relationship. If you think to yourself that things aren't going to get worse in your life, you should probably think again, because things can always get worse. While I didn't know what was going on in that time frame and had no idea what to do, I stayed with my husband. I stayed in that home. We lived separately. My family members had no idea how we were living. No one reached out to us. It was just me and my kids and my older brother Travis, who had been adopted with me. Our parents had passed away. Over the course of the next few months, all I did was just walk around like a zombie, work, sleep, get up, try to be a good mom, work, sleep, get up. In June of that same year, my 2 youngest kids got in a life-changing accident. Our vehicle was totaled. They almost killed 2 other people. It was horrible. My car saved their life. The only person that was there for us was my brother Travis. Again, for us who felt abandoned and rejected, still living with my spouse, trying to figure things out. Again, you think things can't get worse. They're not gonna get worse, right? They can't get any worse. September 25th of that year, the phone rings. It's 11:30 at night. It's one of those family members that was in that room on that day. He says, Tracy, Travis has shot and killed himself. The sheriff's just left my house. As I sat in disbelief and had no idea, again, time stood still. I don't remember screaming. I don't remember that night at all. All I remember is the next morning when my brother's youngest son, who's 10 years old, called me and said, Aunt Tracy, did you hear about my dad? I'm standing here right now to tell you that I can tell you a lot of things about the story that I had and where I've been. And I can tell you that I made a lot of mistakes in the next continual years where I hurt other people and made bad choices. I aligned with people that didn't serve me. I was attracted to darkness because I was broken, so I was attracted to broken people. I hurt people, I hurt my children. I did a lot of things that were just not okay, and I'm ashamed of them. But what I did do was look at myself and reflect, because I thought I had no value. I thought, how am I gonna get through this? There were days when I didn't even want to get through it. I wanted to kill myself too. But I knew I didn't want to do to my children what my brother had done to his children and the rest of my family. I am so grateful to stand here today and tell you that all of the tears that I shed through all of that time, that they literally watered this beautiful garden in my soul to bloom who I am, to stand here today and share my story with no shame, but with honesty and truth and transparency, knowing that somebody here might be helped by this. And knowing also that when you really look at yourself and within and try to see other people with grace and kindness and forgiveness, you can change somebody's life too. And our stories, which this is so cool that this is stories that I was asked to do this, thank you. But I'm just so grateful because you can create a new story for yourself at any time. And this is my story to live again.